Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Monday, July 1st, 2013. All right, on tap for today is the Purchasing Managers Manufacturing Index and the ISM Manufacturing Index and construction spending. All pretty much indicators of what the private sector is doing. Check these out in detail, just by clicking on this, and you can find out what they are expecting and what it means, actually, a definition of what it means and what they're expecting. And they're not really expecting anything stellar out of any of these today. Nothing that's going to, kickstart the economy or anything like that, or indicate that we are in any sort of huge positive swing, unfortunately. But these are at 9 o'clock and a couple of them at 10 o'clock, so that should be interesting. Of note also, which is kind of interesting, is what's going on in the market today. Right now, the E-mini futures are pointing to like a 0.5% gain, which is relatively significant. So a gap up from the close on Friday, and Friday afternoon was pretty interesting in itself. But I wanted to actually take a look at something here with the E-mini and run an idea by and see how this might work out for us. Okay, so if I'm looking at our normal chart, and this is the E-mini. Okay, so this is today. We've already started trading. Actually started at, I believe, 6 p.m. last night, Eastern Time. And you can see that if we look at our indicators, we're in an uptrend still. We're still green here. And today our price is above the 9-period moving average, which is white. We got white dots, so that's up. Our stochastic has come up here, and it looks like it's giving us a hook, which, you can still be in an uptrend and still have hooks like that. There's like little resting periods, and that's all that's indicating. So that doesn't mean that we can expect a down move here necessarily, not when we have all these reinforcements and confirmations that look very bullish. For instance, if we look at the MACD short term, definitely moving up the last couple of days, and the long term MACD on the daily chart is also moving up as our dots have turned from magenta to white. Taking a look at the weekly, where we have a nice hook down here below the 45 line. Didn't quite get down to the 20, but it's still hooking up, and the short-term MACD has started to move up too. So it looks like as though there might be some positive or bullish momentum in this particular index. So what has been happening overnight? So I look at the news this morning, and they mentioned that everything's looking really bad and stuff like that because of China. I guess their PMI, their manufacturing index, is also looking a little bit weak. So I take just a different view here of the ES, and here we have a daily chart, and here is just a 15-minute chart, and it's showing off hours. So this is when it opened last night at 6 o'clock, and it moved down, and that's probably when everybody was writing their articles. But then here the European session starts up right here around 2 o'clock this morning Eastern. They're 8 hours ahead of us, so that would be 10 o'clock in most of Europe, and we moved up. and then we have a pullback, and then we came back to retest this high, which is at 1610. So who knows what's going to happen today. We've had a lot of volatility and good daily ranges, which is a fun thing for us, I guess you could say. So here we are. This is what the open is looking like for our major indexes here in the United States. Gold is up significantly, and so is silver. And oil is also up, although not, I thought it was around 98 or so. Let's take a look at a chart on that on Friday. Let's see where it was. Yeah, actually it was pretty hefty on Friday. It was moving up there happily over 97. Don't remember exactly where it was when I did the recording, but I believe it was over 97 when I did the recording, and it's still over 97 now. Alright, those are the things that we of course are most interested in. And then Nikkei down here is up a little bit, and I looked for other futures for other indexes, and I really couldn't find any. Like on the FTSE or anything like that, I could not find that, which is kind of a bummer, but that's the way it goes. Okay, so we're looking good here on everything that we currently have open. This LinkedIn is a Iron Condor that opened last week. I didn't do anything on Friday, just kind of let everything ride. We're just waiting for this LinkedIn to start giving us some good data, and we'll take a look at it as we go through the A+ list, which is what we're going to do right now. And I don't think I had any alerts set. Let's take a look here. Nope. No alert set, at least for any of our directional trades. These are just warnings here. Warning, Will Robinson. Okay, jumping right over to our A+ list. Apple had a nice day on Friday. Still wouldn't, some people like, well, Tom Sosnoff, our friend, formerly of Thinkorswim and now on Tasty Trade, likes this price action, and he wants to go long, at least very short term, on Apple. However, you might want to look at that. You might want to, I don't know, maybe do an at the money, bullish kind of trade and see what happens. Take a risk. 390. This is pretty low for Apple, and we don't know, what may happen. It's still a good company. They have a lot of cash, and what they decide to do with that, time will tell. We have earnings season coming up, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that too. Somewhere probably, I think I heard a couple of earnings, although Alcoa usually kicks it off, so we could look at Alcoa and see where their earnings are. And this is typically the kickoff to earnings season is on 7/8, which will be next Monday. So be careful. That's all I can say. We're going to have to start looking for these little icons on our charts to see if we need to make a decision either to not get in or get out early. Alright, so nothing on Apple right now. We'll take a peek at Amazon. We're in an uptrend, and we are high on our stochastic up at the 80 mark, so we need to look for a target down here. So that's what we will do with that. So moving right along, we're not in Baidu right now. Baidu is in an uptrend. We're looking we have a target set here, and why would I'm looking for it to come down and come back up. Is that what I was looking for? Geez, it doesn't make a lot of sense when it's in an uptrend like this. Probably missed a pretty good opportunity here, but we had mixed signals, so I would say that that's kind of a mistake. Well, for whatever reason, I might have put that in there. I don't remember. So I'm going to just move this down here because that's really what we should be looking for if we're following our rules. Maybe it was a counter trend. I honestly don't remember. I'm sure somebody out there has a much better memory than me and will be able to remind me gently, please, why I put that in there. But everything is looking up here. It's looking up here. Not sure if we have a bright green here or not. Can't really see it. Could zoom in a little bit and see if it shows up. No, it's still dark green on our weekly chart. But we may be moving back into another positive bullish retrace on this. Okay. CELG, we are in with negative delta, so we're looking pretty good there. Boy, this really played out pretty nicely here. We have another opportunity here to get in again. I think we should double down on CELG. I'm going to put an alert in. Below here, let's put an alert. So CELG is looking good at or below. Okay. And the reason why I'm willing to look at doubling down, I just look at the spread account here. We are in here at 14,500, so at approximately $2,500 per position. We could do 2 more positions because I want to be no higher than 20 for my buying power effect here. So that's why we are still looking for candidates and willing to jump in. All right, now, oops, that was CF we looked at. No, that was not CF. Okay, that was CELG. Right, yeah, we're willing to take a look at seriously doubling down on that. CF, where are we with that? CF, we're at $355. Take a look at the risk profile. Excuse me. 500, 354. No, we got a ways to go on that yet, so we're going to let that one ferment for a while until the wine tastes a little bit better. And this is a very weak signal here. Very weak. We'll probably never make it back up here to hit that baby for a secondary entry. Right. Chipotle. We have nothing going on there. I was thinking about a counter trend trade and we would have got seriously burnt, which is a good reason why we watch our rules. We're still in an uptrend and I'm going to just forget about this because this really is kind of giving us mixed signals here. And we're very, very flat here. I'll leave that note in there, but really I would be looking for a bull put here, and could have done it back here, but I was so convinced that it was not going to be able to break through this. Now, that's okay because it's just going to keep on moving up if we keep on bouncing against this 50 period moving average here. So no alert though. No alert. I'll leave that note in there just to tell me that I shouldn't do that kind of stuff. Or tell any of us. Okay, so we are currently in GLD. Is that correct? No, we are not. I think we exited that. So we closed that, I believe, on Thursday. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. I'll delete this and start fresh with gold. All right. And no entry on that at the moment. So if we get, a couple of positive days, we get the stochastic to move up, then we can reconsider whether we get a entry opportunity or not. Google. Okay, I was thinking of a counter trend trade here for Google as well, and that may be a better prospect, but we still want to keep an eye on it. Possibly this is where we had our target for our counter trend trade. Looks like Google is kind of struggling. We have our trend line on our weekly chart here is playing out nicely. So this might be a good counter trend trade. We have earnings coming up, so it would be a short-term trade, possibly a week or two out rather than all the way out into August. All right. Goldman Sachs. Did my rule breaker here. And it's playing out well right now. We may be able to add to this. I did the rule breaker because it was looking so incredibly weak on the weekly that I felt pretty confident about that. We might have a secondary entry here. We just did peak up above this 55 here. I might consider adding to this, so we'll put another alert here. And this is a trend reversal or counter trend trade, as well as the rule breaker that I did last week. Alright, LinkedIn, this is where we have our iron condor, and we should start getting some data on this, some decent data on this starting the end of this week and the beginning of next week. And we will have to be out of here before earnings. All right, MasterCard. I wish there was a setting where I could say, when you put a new underline in here, go back to auto scale. That would be nice. August bull put on this. Looking good right now. Any additional entries? Well, we have earnings coming up. No secondary entries. Okay. Netflix. Looks like a trend reversal going on here on Netflix. Of course, you never know with them. Came right up here and just touched the 55. Not looking really strong enough, and we have earnings coming up. Not quite strong enough for me to think about possibly getting into this. Although today, if the market is up and Netflix moves down, I'm going to put an alert in here anyway, just to take a look. We like to have, a basket of alerts and pick out the best one if in fact they all should go off. And this really is a counter trend trade or a trend reversal trade. And we'll just see what it looks like. And then I'll rationalize whatever I do if I get in on that on tomorrow's video. Alright, Priceline still should have done an iron condor on this. Remember we were talking about it way back here? Would have been a very nice iron condor. Alright, we are, regardless, the trend line is trying to come up here and meet the price. Price is kind of inching up a little bit. We can put a trend line in over here on the weekly, and we'll see how that plays out. These are abnormalities in my mind. This is more, the way that I think that it's moving. So we shall see if that plays out or not. Missed an opportunity here. Just yakking about Priceline, and it's a very volatile stock. They have earnings coming up, and they don't really follow a normal earnings cycle, it seems like. But I don't know. The commercials are pretty good now that William Shatner, I think that's his daughter that's in the latest commercials. So, but I do like those commercials, and I like Capital One commercials too. What am I talking about? Man, let's get back to let's focus. PNRA. I was thinking that this might be in a downtrend. We shall see. So let's take a look at putting an alert here at this level to see if we get a trigger for it today. Alright, running kind of long again today. Too much jibber jabbering. Alright, and Visa, which we are in. With a bull put, 87 credit, no entries. Alright, so that's it for today. Earnings season coming up, just a reminder, keep an eye out for that. So thanks for watching today. Have a great day and happy trading.